Hi all, Paulette with Back to Basics Mom here. Say I have a kind of massive haul for you today. I did go to the Scrapbook Expo by the Land of 10,000 Stampers in Shakopee, and before that my kids and I had gone into town and done some shopping before we met up with my sister-in-law and all that. So I'm going to just show you everything I bought over the course of Friday, Saturday, and this is going to get a little long, so bear with me. And let's jump right in and so I can show you what I got. So the first place I went was to a local stamp store who makes all their own stamps called the Stampin' Place, and it is in Big Lake, Minnesota. And they have a really cute store. I've never been in there in all these years. I've heard of it, never been in there, but they had discount tickets to the stamp show, so I wanted to run over there and grab those. Never been in their store before. Their website is stampin.com. They have really fun stamps, and you can make really cool custom stamps for your projects or whatever you would need, so I highly recommend you check them out. And all their wood mount stamps, which you know me, I'm not a fan of wood mount, but their wood mounts were 40% off. So I got this moose guy. So hopefully you can see that pretty well. I just thought he was so cute. But they had lots and lots of samples. And they have an even bigger selection on their website. They have they have really good sales. And they do offer... they don't always have it on hand, but they do offer bare rubber if you want that, and those are 50% of what the regular price of the wood stamps would be. So, but they didn't happen to have any on hand of that particular one when I was in the store. So then I went to Crafts Direct, and the kids hung out and played on their Wi-Fi while I shopped really quick. Went in the store for like one thing for my sister-in-law, but I admit I wanted to see what they had for clearance because all of their green tags were 30% off. So one of the first things I found was this laptop case, which I know it's white and whatnot, but my daughter has been needing a laptop pad for her laptop. It was only $2. So 30% off that. So it was like $1.70. So I'm like, I told her, I sent her a picture, and I'm like, you can just decorate this with like your Sharpies and your Bic Markets and whatnot to hide that white. So that is for my daughter. And then they had, I've never had any of these micro beads, and they were on clearance, so they were $2.79, so plus 30% off that. So almost another $1, like another 75 cents off. So they were about $2 each. So I got a red and a blue. I just thought it would be fun for like shakers or something. I wasn't totally sure what I might want to use those for. And then they had this cool sentiment from Tailored Expressions. And again, all these green tags were 30% off. And this one says, spring has sprung, egg hunt, marshmallows, hip hop, coloring eggs, Easter bunny, springtime, somebody special, year one, cute chick. So I thought, I'm always looking for a sentiment for springtime. So I thought that was fun. And they had this washi tape, which I thought would be something fun to do on envelopes or presents or whatever. So that was $2.50, but 30% off that. And then my daughter is getting into drawing, so I got her this set of graphite pencils. I'll probably save these and put those in her Christmas stocking. And then I used, these were not on clearance. These I used my 40% off coupon. These are normally $40 at Crafts Direct, so I used my 40% off coupon, so I figured out those were probably, I think I paid $24, $26. I don't remember. Everywhere else I've seen them, like at the craft show, not the craft show, the stamp show, a couple of people were selling them for $30, so I still saved. So, and these are the darker, more earth tone colors. And then they had a bunch of paper on clearance. So I got 2 pads of the Strathmore Bristol, and this is the vellum. This is a, it says heavy, 100 pound. So you see, Bristol vellum, heavyweight, and then down there it says 100 pounds. So I went ahead and got 2 pads because, you know, one is never enough, and then I don't feel so bad experimenting with it. So it does have a really smooth surface. I'm excited to try it. So I got that. And then I went ahead, just because it was such a good price, and I did go over and check what these were for regular price. And like before these were marked down to this one was like $14 or $15 at least. So it was a pretty good savings. So this is mixed media paper, and that is a pretty good weight. It's not as heavy. It's about like what my cheap Walmart cardstock is. This is 40 sheets, 90 pound, and this is good for a little bit of everything because it's made for mixed media. So I thought that would be kind of fun to experiment with that. So that is everything I got at Crafts Direct. And my pre-stamp show shopping. Let me move all this stuff out of the way. Hopefully the cats will not knock that stuff on the floor. Alright, so then we spent the night at my daughter and our son and I spent the night at my sister-in-law so my son could hang out with his uncle and play video games, and my daughter came with my sister-in-law and I. And when you walk in, you get a nice map of where everything was. There were a few less vendors this year, but the quality of their vendors was really, really good. They had Tesla, pop-ups, etc. Not real familiar with that. Fun Stamper's Journey, Reilly and Company, and Prickly Pear, Stamps by Judith and Heather, The Paper Cut, Rubbernecker, Close to My Heart, Tailored Expressions, Our Daily Bread, Crackerbox, Endless Creations, Markos Paper, and Stamp and Storage. And they do have a nice concessions area right inside. If you've ever been to, if you're familiar with Minnesota and Canterbury Park, they have a expo center now that's off to the side of the racetrack and where the normal building is for all the betting and the gambling and stuff. So it's a really nice building actually. And then some of the vendors were having specials. So Our Daily Bread always has good specials. Then just a list of everybody and all their contact information. And then Tesla was having some good sales. I don't spend a lot of time there because it's a lot of dies. Not sure what that one was. I don't know if I saw them. And then Rubbernecker. Rubbernecker usually does not have show specials, and they did this time, which I had not planned to spend as much in their booth, but I did. So, but they had some nice specials in their booth, which they don't normally do. So that was cool. So that being said, Rubbernecker was the first place I went. And because they were having a buy so many, get one free, of course I had to do that. So, you remember my last show I went to, I got the frame that said happy birthday. Well, this time I got the one that said congratulations. And then I've been eyeballing some scripty background stamps like this. So I got this one, and this one says French script. No idea what it says. Don't read French. And this one is called Les Miserables. Sorry, I don't have a very good French accent, but these are all like background stamps. And then I got this one. I wasn't going to get this one, but my daughter kept going back to it and thought it was cool, so I got this one. Now, my sister-in-law and I did combine some things so we could each get the special because it was like buy 4 background stamps, get 1 free. So she got 1, and then on the clear stamps it was buy 4, get 1 free, so I got 3 and she got 2. So we just worked that out with our pricing later on. But this one I thought was kind of, I'm really interested to see how this one stamps out because it's just so detailed. I mean, it's just so detailed. So that one will be fun to see how it goes. I have to find something cool to do with that for her because she kind of picked it out. I'm going to turn on my other light here and see if it makes things better or worse. We'll see. Anyway, and then they've started having clear stamps at Rubberneckers. So I got this one because I'm still trying to do some guy cards, retirement type cards and whatnot. So I thought this was cool with the fishing vest and the lures and stuff because I have that other one I just made. If you follow my Instagram, I just made one with a fish on it, which was kind of large and fun, but I thought this would be good to go with that. And then I had not planned on getting sentiment stamps, but as I was walking by, these really caught my eye. I'm just a sucker. If you've been following me for a while, you know I'm a sucker for happy birthday sentiments. And I just love these because they also had the vertical. I like the circles and whatnot because I do have the circle frame and the square little frame stamp that they sell. So, and I love that some of them are small and can fit in that. I just thought they were a great assortment of shapes and sizes of happy birthday stamps. So I got that. And then I've been needing some other stamps too, and kind of some various sizes and whatnot, and I loved it because this one had happy anniversary, wishing you luck and happiness, because I've needed to do some anniversary, and I've had a request for some wedding cards. So I saw this and I just loved it, and I think I have one like this, but it's bigger, so I like that that's small. So happy anniversary, get well, let's get together. I thought that was a really nice assortment. I had one other pack, but I put it back because it would have put us over the top, and I was trying to not buy extras, which you can see in a few minutes that did not last very long. All right, so where did we go next? Next, we went to Crackerbox Palace, who is also selling So Susie stamps. So if you remember, I went to Crackerbox Palace last year. It's where I get my cool monster truck stamp that I've had a lot of comments about. And one of the stamps I bought there, I cannot show you because it is a gift for somebody I know that watches these videos. So the Crackerbox Palace stamp I got was this cool little motorcycle. So I thought that was fun and going to try that out. And then they're also selling So Susie stamps. I don't know if it's I don't know how she's associated with them. I need to check into that, but they were selling her stamps as well. And the only one I got was this one because it kind of fits my kids, because they're swimmers. So I can't talk this morning. Have guts enough to swim with the sharks. So I thought that was fun. I'm gonna do maybe some fun stuff for swim team for them with those. So that was Crackerbox Palace. I didn't get as much. I was kind of biding my time. I should have gone back because they had a couple of golf stamps I'd been eyeballing, but by the end of the day, I admit to you guys, I went over budget. But, you know, it is what it is, and I will adjust accordingly. So this next bunch of stamps I got, I had not heard of this company, and it turns out that Prickly Pear is a sister company to one of my favorite companies, Reilly Moose. So the same gal owns them both, and she was so funny. She was there. She kept saying that Prickly Pear was her honest side, and her Reilly Moose and Funny Bones was her snarky side. Oh, she said this is her respectable. The Prickly Pear was her respectable business, and then Reilly Moose and the Funny Bones was her snarky side. So anyway, these stamps were just so adorable. So my daughter was just taking pictures like crazy. So and the price, and they had specials. So I don't know, for every 4 or 6, I think this one was for every 4 you got one free. I don't remember if my sister-in-law and I went in on these together or not. I can't remember, to be honest with you. But this is what I ended up getting. So I got this little snail with the little bugs and stuff on it. I just thought it was so cute. Then I got this old-fashioned sewing machine because I thought it was pretty. My daughter picked this one out. She liked the frog on the toadstool. And then my daughter picked this one out too. She liked the dragon. And then I thought these googly eyes for Halloween were so funny. They had such fun samples. That's what got me on a lot of these, was the samples. So, and they had 2 sets with kind of all these pumpkins where you could do like different things and different themes on them. And this was the other set had more pumpkins, but it didn't have the extra stuff. So I got this one. And then these bats were so fun. And then they did have dies to go along with all these, but I have my scan and cut, so I didn't really need the dies. So, because I can cut these out on my machine. So I thought these were just, in real life, I hate bats, but for Halloween, they're fun. And My sister-in-law looked at me funny and my daughter because I already have a couple of coffee stamps. But I got this one, and yeah, it is what it is. So hopefully these are good stamps. Photopolymer is always kind of interesting to try out when you haven't tried them before because some is better than others, but I have a feeling these are going to be really good. And then they had really fun grab bags, and as you can see, I have not even opened this yet, so you and I are going to look at it together. So she said all the bags came with at least 10 stamps, and they were about 50% off the regular value. Ooh, I can see right away I got one of the shell stamps. My daughter had seen this one and was hoping to get it. A little 4-leaf clover. Oh, that's a bird. Ooh, this is a monster. Like a little one-eyed monster. I don't know if you can see that. And, oh, that's another bird. Ooh, this is a little tiny cat. I don't know if you can see that. Some of these are bare rubber. This one's, I don't know how this one will stamp out. It's really super thin, but it's a flower. That was the 4-leaf clover. What's this? This is a cat in a witch hat stirring some witch's brew. And this says, I can't read what it says. Oh, this is another cat, like a Halloween cat. Kind of a crazy cat. Let's see if I can see what this one says. I can't, so we're going to ink them up real quick. Because I want to see what it says. So do it right on the bag. Oh, I gotta get my one with the sticky on it. This is why I have my one that has the sticky on it all the time. So I can just grab it and toss that on there. There is flattery in friendship, is what it says. Let's see what this one says. All Hallows Eve. There was another one. Was there another one? There was not. There was not. So I got a bunch of little kitties and a couple of birds that are different. A flower, shamrock. Yeah, pretty cool. All right. Gotta love it. And it was like, what, $6 for those? That's pretty good. Just getting some of the ink off there till I can clean it up after. All right. I'm just going to push these to the side so I can take care of them later. Put my plastic so I don't unstick my stick. All right. So that was my grab bag. So that was kind of fun. You guys get to jump in and see that with me. And then, since it was right next door, the next place I went was Reilly and Company. So I got to give this to my daughter. She picked it out. She really wanted this. They had some fun buttons with some of their fun sayings. So this one says, I already know I'm going to hell. At this point, it's really go big or go home. So it's kind of a family joke because we kind of march to the beat of a different drum. So if you can appreciate that saying, great. If you can't, each to their own and no judgments. So I got this one. See, I had my daughter along with me. Probably grabbed a few things that I normally wouldn't have, but she picked this one out, the roller coaster one. She thought that one was fun. And I have a smaller beer stamp, which is about half the size of this, that I got from a different company, but I liked this one. And then I got a bunch of sentiments, which I don't normally buy, but they are really funny. So, and with all my coffee sets I bought recently, I wanted to get some of these. So I got this one, Coffee, a warm, delicious alternative to hating everybody every morning forever. And Mr. Mo was going to come join us for our video today. He's getting so big. He's got to go to the vet today for his 3-month check. All right, some more. What you think of yourself is much more important than what people think of you. So I kind of like that one. Life holds special magic for those who dare to dream. Coffee, because crack is bad for you. OCD, obsessive coffee disorder. And then I've been looking at their new ones where they have the plain Reillys with the dress up stuff. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to go there, but I decided, like, for some of these, like, instead of buying, like, the fishing Reilly and the golf Reilly and all this, I'm like, you know, why don't I just get the plain ones and get the outfits? So that's what I decided to do. Cat, you are not supposed to be drinking my water. What the heck? Silly kitty. Have any of you guys ever had a kitty that liked to drink your water? He has fresh water upstairs, and yet he finds every single cup of water that anybody leaves laying around the house. So that was all my damage at Reilly and Company. And then we went to our Daily Bread Designs, and they also sell North Coast Creations and whatever, which I'm not sure if it's a completely different line. I'm not sure how that works. I just know that they have, they sell all of those on their website. So, I was going to take a drink of water, but I had to dump it because the cat was drinking it. Oh well. So I got this one. The sample for this was just so beautiful. So I'm really excited to try this red-bellied woodpecker and see how he looks. So we have this kind here at my house we see all the time. And I really liked this one. I thought it was a really pretty scene for various things. So nice size stamp. I thought this one was pretty, the bicycle. I'd seen a couple other bicycle stamps, and my daughter's like, get the bicycle, but I liked how this one was against the fence. And this one was it's fishy called Coral Reef. The samples of this were obviously beautiful as well. Oh, sorry, cat. Causing trouble, like always. We're going to keep on moving on. He just dumped a whole bunch of stuff off my table over there. But it's all good. Life with cats, you know, what are you going to do? And speaking of life with cats, I got this one because I've had some friends recently who have lost their dear pet family members. So I thought I would get this. I liked the paw print, and then it had some some really beautiful sentiments to go along with that theme. And then I was done. I was done shopping. I wasn't going to buy any more. And as we were checking out, right by the checkout, they had this one, which I thought was just stinking cute. And my daughter just went nuts over. And then they had this one, which again, stinking cute. So that was all the stuff I got at our Daily Bread Designs. And then we went to Tailored Expressions. So we had to wait a little bit later on in the day because the line at Tailored was so long all day because everybody just loves Tailored Expressions. So one of the things I love about them is they love to give you free gifts. So pretty much with every order you get a die, and that one says thank you. They give you a coupon code, and then this is just advertising for an event they have going on. And they were giving out tote bags, which I gave mine to my sister-in-law because the ones they were giving out were just like this one that I had gotten when they did a clearance sale on some of their stamps. You got this bag and all the stamps and stuff. So this, I gave my sister-in-law the one that I had gotten this weekend. Now, for my purchases. So I got a bunch of these little ones that have the stamps and the dies, which I know I have my scan and cut, but the kits come with the dies, so I can use them or not, it doesn't matter. So, and they're a good value. They're $17 to $19 for the kits, so I think they're a good value. So I just love these little unicorns. I just thought they were so sweet. And I got this one because last year I got the mermaid one, and I saw some cards done with all the stuff in here and the mermaid and whatnot, so I just thought she was so cute. Again, comes with the dies. And I got my first Grumplings set. So if you follow Tailored Expressions, she has all these little Grumplings characters, and they are just so hilarious. So I got my first Grumplings. This one's all about retirement. Retirement, more time to put off the things you put off. You will be missed by most of us. Heard you retired, quitter. Happy retirement. Retired. Goodbye, crap. Hello, nip. So I just love Tailored. And I've been eyeballing these dragons since they came out a while ago. I think it was, I don't know, 6 months or so ago. I just thought they were adorable. And then I've been eyeballing a couple of different superhero sets, and I decided to get this one. And I also got the little companion set to it, so I got both of those. And then I saw this little Space Cadet set, and I just thought it was so cute. So I just thought it was great for little boys and guy cards and stuff. So Sammy loved this one with the ship beaming up the cow. So I might have to do a card for my neighbor friend who raises cows. And then I just thought this one was cute. Oh, this was a freebie. This was the free set. If you spend $150 with them at the show, they have 2 different sets for you to choose from to get free. So this is the free one that we got, and I just fell in love with it. I'll have to bring it so my sister-in-law can borrow it, because she did contribute to getting all this. One of the ones she got, what did I do with it? Oh, here it is. I borrowed it because I want to cut some out and then give it back to her, but we got this little chair. What is it called? Adirondack chair die. She wanted this for some cards. Sorry. There it is. There it is. So I borrowed it, and I'll cut out a bunch and then give it back to her. So that was Tailored Expressions, and I'm almost done, but that's the most exciting stuff. And then the Close to My Heart booth, I didn't really find anything. They did have a clearance bin, so I got these little, gosh, what do they even call these? Studs. They're like copper brass studs. So I liked those. Those are good for guy cards. And then the last booth I went to was Markos Paper. And mostly they sell like Tim Holtz stuff and Copics and Distress Inks and lots of paper and everything. And they had this watercolor paper on clearance. And it's only 12 sheets, but it is 233 pounds. It is like cardboard. It is so thick. Like, this is my normal stuff I use right here, the Strathmore. And then this is, I don't know if you can see that side by side. So it's so thick. It's like a 1/16 of an inch thick. It was so heavy. And where it was on clearance, I was like, you know what? I have got to try that. So it's from England. Let's see, does it say? This is 100% cotton, acid-free, archival. I was just looking to see if it said hot press or cold press. Just says mold made, so I do not know. But I got this because I thought it would be really fun to try out. If any of you guys have ever tried this paper, let me know. I will probably have a very specific project. I'll probably try it out on my cheap stuff and then do it on here to see, just so I can get an idea how it's going to react. But I thought that would be fun for an experiment, and it was $15, so it was a little bit pricey, but you got to try something fun every now and again. So that is everything I bought. So let's see. Anything else I want to share with you guys? I will say again about money. I admit I went over budget, so that is for me to adjust for my spending for the rest of the summer, rest of the school year. So I've pretty much spent my entire crafty budget, so I'm going to do my best to resist spending any more money. And I have lots of cards to make for myself. My sister-in-law has requested me to make some for her and for her business. So yeah. So I don't know if I showed you guys this, but after I got this bag before I went to the Scrapbook Expo, I actually altered it and I turned it into a backpack. So, which was kind of fun because I don't like to wear a shoulder bag when I'm walking around looking at stuff. So I cut off the handles and I sewed the tabs right in the same spot where the handles had been on one side, and I sewed a little tab down here and I made some straps and I turned it into a backpack. So something fun. But yeah, so that is it for me today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Find something crafty to do, and I will see you again soon. Don't forget, if you like this video and you want to see more, please give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you want to see all the other stuff I'm coming up with. So thanks again. Bye-bye. We're almost to the Stamp Expo! Yay! Here we go. This is the drive-in. See you in a bit.
Yes, Daddy.
Woo.
Yay, we're here! Bragging! Yay!
I'm headed over there in a minute.
What did they give away for Thank you. I gotta check here and I'm done. And then at 4 o'clock we gotta go down and see if we win our prize.
Oh, okay.
Are these breaks? $2.